The memorial service is currently underway for top billing presenter Simba Mhere, and we'd like to listen into some of the tributes at the memorial service being held at Rhema Bible Church at the moment. And our reporter Stephina Komane is attending, and we cross live to her. Stephina, over to you.
You looked out for him so brilliantly.
Thank you very much. Welcome. We are at the memorial service of former top billing presenter Simba Mhere. Now, you'll remember that the news of Simba's death was announced over social media on Saturday, that he had tragically died in a car accident on his way to the annual J&B Met. Simba was traveling with a friend and his father. So Simba and his friend that lost their lives. Simba, we remember that Simba came onto top billing during their search that they had about 4 years ago. It was there that South Africans came to know this, this man that has been described as a wonderful soul, as a caring, a giant that loved everybody and brought happiness wherever he went. Everybody that spoke on Simba's behalf here spoke, and they remembered Simba and his faith and his love and what they call his good manners and his good upbringing by his parents. For the ANC, Mr. Zizu Godwa came and paid tribute to the fallen presenter, describing him as, a person with an infectious smile who was also present at his wedding, and he spoke fondly of him. The auditorium is filled with celebrities, it's filled with actors, it's filled with dignitaries, it's also filled with ordinary South Africans that did not necessarily know Simba personally, but knew him from the work that he did on top billing. With Simba also trended, his death rather trended for 3 days on social media. South Africans and everyone else describing how hurt they were by the news, how unexpected his death came to them.
Now, Stephina, I would wonder, many people that are in attendance there are some of his colleagues and some of the celebrities there. If most of them have spoken before we crossed to you, what did they have to say?
Thank you so much for raising a wonderful young man.
We know that Simba was very close with his co-presenter, Jonathan. Jonathan was distraught. He said that he didn't expect this. None of this was expected to him, and they had what we call a bromance. They were like brothers since they started working together as well. Because we also know that Jonathan is also a winner of a top billing presenter. We could say that they had a friendship forged by what obstacles they had to overcome to be where they are in this industry. Also, having spoken on behalf of the family was Simba's uncle. He said that as a family they felt that because they are a Christian family, a believing family, they felt that it was God's time. It was God's time and this is God's will, and he was ready for this. They feel that Simba, by being on top billing, and he had achieved his calling, and also that he had achieved his calling, and also that him, by being on top billing, this was what his life was meant to be, and they were very grateful for the opportunities that he had been given.
One more question for you, Stephina. Most presenters wouldn't know viewers and followers of their programs personally, but they would touch their lives in so many ways. What is the mood like of people who are in attendance? I would like to believe that when the memorial service is held at Rhema Bible Church, he was probably a church member there or attending some of the services. What are the people saying? How are they feeling about this?
So many people are in tears. People are so emotional. They just are in disbelief. It's unexpected. We'd understand that his death just came so suddenly for everybody that's there. They described him as a believer because we remember that Simba's parents are missionaries. So he was brought up in faith, and everybody that is here, speaks about him and how he loved God.